broadcast Zoom meeting live?
No, I don't see that. I just see your PowerPoint.
Okay, perfect. All right, cool. Great. All right. So give thanks and praise.
Give thanks.
Sometimes when you have multiple windows open, you be like, can y'all see these other windows that I'm over here toiling with? And give thanks. The answer is no. All right. So praise be. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I am at a little bit of a deficit today because I don't have my ring light. All right. So I'm feeling a little some kind of way, but I will get that together in the near future. So welcome, ladies. It is so glad to see your faces, especially you, sis, because I have not seen you in like 10 years minimum. Okay. And I miss you. And I'm so glad to see you here today. So welcome, Aquaba. Today is we're just going to go over this upcoming trip to Ghana. Ghana is coming, and Ghana is going to be here in the month of September. And so I just want to kind of walk you all through what everyone is seeing, the people who are still registering, because I gave March as the deadline to make deposits and payments. Everybody who's coming after this will have to pay in full. So we're excited about we're just excited about Ghana. Like, it's just Ghana. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get dived in. So I hope this is, okay, great. All right. So Wakanda Lives, Ghana 2023. We are going to be converging on Ghana September the 15th. And of course, this experience is going to be 10 full days, 10 whole days of magic, mystery, wonder, excitement, and all the things. This journey is really designed with a 3-part purpose. And we're going to hear from the AI me in just a moment. She has a lot to say, so we're going to hear from her in just a moment. But this trip is really designed to be one that brings you into a closer understanding of what's behind the veil for Ghana. There were a lot of people who left out of the United States during the year of return and flocked into Ghana, and have continued to come to Ghana since then. And so there's a lot that Ghana has to offer. So the first thing we want to do is just listen to our dear AI friend and see what she has to say. And let me know if you all can hear her. Okay.
As a member of the African diaspora, I know firsthand the profound and transformative impact of connecting with our origins and ancestral roots in Africa. Visiting the continent is about more than just exploring the land where our ancestors once walked. It's about embracing the rich cultural heritage, traditions, and values that have shaped and influenced us, no matter how far we've traveled from our roots. I remember when I first set foot in Africa on my solo trip. It was exhilarating, but also challenging. The continent is bursting with breathtaking landscapes, vibrant cultures, and warm, welcoming people. But navigating the complexities of transportation, language barriers, and local customs can be daunting for even the most seasoned traveler. The unfamiliar can be both exciting and overwhelming, and the sheer scale of Africa's vastness can make it difficult to know where to start or how to make the most of your journey. That's why I, Goddess Queen Jamila, am here to guide you on this transformative journey. Having not only visited Ghana but also lived there for 3 years, I've immersed myself in the local culture and forged strong connections within the community. Born and raised in America, I understand the unique challenges and desires of travelers from the African diaspora, making me the perfect companion to lead you through the beauty, history, and spirit of Ghana. Under my guidance, you'll feel supported and inspired as we explore the magic of Africa together, deepening your connection to your roots and embarking on a journey of self-discovery that will stay with you long after you return home.
All right now. So, I mean, y'all are my sisters, my sacred sisters. Y'all tell me, is that too much? Is my AI girl too much? Y'all can be honest and just tell me, because you know, when I created my AI girl, I was like, oh, she kind of okay, she's sharp. But I don't know, like, you have to tell me, you know, what do you think? Just let me know.
No, I don't think that's it. Oh, sorry. Phone sliding. No, that was cool. That's different.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, y'all see we're doing vacant house. Okay. That's how excited I felt about my AI girl. Like, this AI thing is really like, it's mind blowing to me in many ways. And I was like, oh, I don't even have to, she could just say everything I need her to give thanks and praise. Like, so when y'all see me teaching whole courses, with AI technology, just cheer for me, put up that black power hand, so I know it's real. All right. So I hope she captured everything that you needed to know in the intro. But as I just want to reemphasize, the whole point. And Goddess Ebony, did you have something? No? Okay. Just as I want to reemphasize, and you all have been to Africa, I give thanks for that. Coming here is not for the weak. There are people who have traveled the whole entire world and they never stepped foot on this continent. All right. There are people. Okay. It is hard for me to believe at this stage of my life, but I have seen people travel everywhere and still not be able to cross over into the motherland. And so there's a lot of complexities that even now I still continue to be aware of when it comes to visiting the motherland. And my goal and my role is to make sure that your trip is a first-class trip, that it's a 5-star trip. So I really want to be consistent with the quality that I provide. In the past few years, I have seen many a trip to Ghana that has been curated by larger retreat companies or larger groups of people. But one of the things that I really am proud of with Abundant African Goddess is how small and intimate the groups are. It gives me an opportunity to get to know all of you, to sit and talk to you, to help you through just spiritual elements. And Ghana is one element. It's its own element. The level of spiritual potency here is just, it's heavy because it's West Africa. So there's a lot that it has to offer. And I'm so excited about providing you all with a high-class 5-star experience to Ghana. So let's go ahead and start with just talking about why Ghana. So Ghana is beautiful and diverse. It's located in West Africa, and it's known for its rich history. As a matter of fact, Ghana was the first country to be liberated in Africa. And the liberation leader was Kwame Nkrumah. So there's so much that Ghana has chartered and led the way on, that it just represents itself in a very dynamic and leadership sort of way. So it's known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and breathtaking natural beauty. With its stunning coastline, lush forests, and bustling cities, Ghana offers a unique blend of tradition and modernity, making it the perfect destination for our transformative retreat. Now, the modern part, that's the part that I really look forward to with Ghana, because very often with many countries, there's still a curve, there's still a learning curve, there's still a space when it comes to being able to provide that modern nature that we have become accustomed to in the West. And I am thinking that next year I'm going to curate a retreat that I know Goddess Ebony will really, really love. And this retreat is going to be centered around exploring African tradition like voodoo and like Ifa and Yoruba tradition, and doing so in West Africa, along with doing ceremony in West Africa. So I am looking into that and looking into creating those experiences, but I know that those experiences, I can say upfront, will be without those modern elements. So when diving into the tradition, that is when you start to lose some of the luxury, so I'm excited about that, but that is just a heads up because that is what you should be aware of, is like, you can't balance that one out. So what are you going to be able to expect from Ghana? You're going to be able to expect a complete reset and reconnection with nature again, because Ghana is so vast and so diverse. It is going to offer you some metro energy, but also it's going to offer you some village. It's going to offer you some trees. It's going to offer you some rainforest. It's going to offer you a lot of nature. So with Abundant African Goddess, okay, did not update these. Thanks a lot. With Abundant African Goddess Retreats, I really want to make sure that all of you get an opportunity to reconnect with Mother Nature, and to sit with her and be with her as you take this journey. Now, I also want to no, okay, so let me make sure that I update this screen, because maybe, thank you for that. Okay, so maybe I need to update it. Oh, okay, I see. All right, I see you, screen. All right, so this is where we are. Can y'all see that? Yes?
Yes.
Are we still? Okay, good. Okay, give thanks. All right, so about your host. So this is the first time Abundant African Goddess gonna have divine feminine and divine masculine. Okay, so we gonna be pairing up to lead this retreat. Yes. Woo. All right. Traveling in Africa is so different when you are traveling as a solo female versus traveling with a man. Okay, that may be something that is just across the board in Africa. I have not been to a country yet where it's like traveling without, well, South Africa. When I went to South Africa, traveling without a man felt as regular schmegular as it did in the States. But in Ghana, it definitely helps to be with the male. So meet your host. I am Goddess Queen Jamila, of course, and my divine husband, Sekou, is going to be your male guide throughout this journey. So I have been leading and conducting retreats since 2019. And over the last 5 years, I have led retreats like our nude retreat, the Divine Feminine Liberation Retreat in Georgia, to leading retreats in Tulum, to mother-daughter retreats, and now bringing groups of people to the motherland. So I'm so excited to be leading this Ghana retreat, and I'm so excited about you all being a part of that. So I thank you for being a part of this experience. And Sekou, my husband, is going to be your male guide, and he is really a master at people connections and heart space. Sekou is originally from Gambia, West Africa, and he loves traveling, trying new things and meeting new people. And he is one of the most genuine men in this world. And I say that I can put money on it. These are the facts. He's excited to be your guide. This will be his first retreat that he is leading. So he's excited to bring you to West Africa and ensure that everyone is happy and safe. Okay, so I'm really excited about him leading this retreat with me, because I know that there is just an extra layer of protection and love that we will be surrounded with in West Africa when they see this 6'3", chocolate mansion, I'm saying, just walk up on them with these ladies and stuff behind them. I know won't be no misunderstandings. Won't be no need for me to, nuck if I'm buck. I won't have to nuck if I'm buck, because he gonna do all the nucking and the bucking for me. So I just give thanks and praise for that. And, I realize that it minimizes the amount of nuck or buck that needs to be done, because by the time they see him, they're like, you know what? I think we're good. We don't want no smoke, So I'm excited about that.
As it
You
should
say it again. Okay. So I'm so excited about that.
Oh no, sir. So sorry. So sorry.
We're good. We're good. Okay. We're clear now. And you'd be like, but I thought you didn't speak no English. No, we speak. We speak. Okay. All praise. Okay. So Sekou and I will be guiding you. And our retreat is going to be exactly 1 month before our wedding. So we're going to talk about that too. Our wedding is going to be in October. So I'm so excited. I'm just excited, y'all. This is a very exciting year for me. So again, we've already went over why Ghana, what you can expect. So we have about 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have about 6 months because we are practically in April. And so we're going to have monthly connection calls. So every call is going to have a different focal point and a different opportunity to dive in a little bit more, get to know each other a little bit better. But this is the schedule that I have outlined for the next 6 months. Now, this is just a meet and greet. So really, I'm not even supposed to be talking. Y'all supposed to be talking. But we're going to get to y'all the part with y'all, where y'all start talking in just a moment. Let me just go ahead and get this out first. So over the next 6 months, you're going to be learning about what you need to know about visiting Ghana, like the intricacies of Ghana versus other places. We're going to learn a little bit about Ghana's history and the spiritual nature of Ghana. Ghana is very different from what you may think. So I'm going to have to brace you like people brace me, because even that brace wasn't enough brace before I got there and I saw for myself. We're going to go over your paperwork, your visas, and any necessary vaccinations. So we're going to have that discussion. We're also going to do a TWE greeting lesson so that you can learn how to greet people. If you're in an emergency situation, how to ask for help. You're going to be able to learn just some basics with TWE so you can navigate even if you're out, at the mall in Ghana. And then we're going to have a guest teacher come on. So this is actually one of our guest teachers who will be leading our session in Ghana. He's going to come on and you'll get to meet him and interact with him in the month of July. Then we'll also go over what to pack, right? So every place is different. Rwanda, when we went, was kind of cold, in the mountains, but, pretty. Denver, Colorado-y in the city, a little rainy. So Ghana's weather is completely different. So I'm going to give you a heads up on what to pack. And then September, we're going to make those final payments, and then we're going to pull up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to pull up and be in Accra, and we're going to make Accra do what it do. Okay? So this retreat is there's a 3-point focus: the nature portion, entrepreneurship in Africa, and the nightlife. So I would be remiss if I did not include nightlife in this retreat. I know that it's not common for me to include nightlife in my retreats. We usually try to hunker in and really do a lot of spiritual work and really get in, with the retreat space. But Ghana is a place that we cannot leave. Okay. Somebody ancestors gonna reach up and grab my ankle if I try to board a plane without showing them the nightlife in Accra, because it's serious. Okay. It's really serious. So we have some scheduled outings for nightlife. I'm going to be hosting a workshop for you all. And that workshop is going to be on entrepreneurship, doing business in Ghana, doing business in Africa, simply because Ghana is one of the more forward and more advanced places. If you want to bring kente cloth back to the States, if you want to bring those beautiful fans, everybody has seen those fans, and I have mine here just as a demonstration. Let me grab that for you. Let me grab it. Okay. All right, but these are very popular all over the States. And in case you wanted to bring something back and do some commerce between Africa and America. Also, Ghana is also very well known for its shea butter. Okay, so the opportunities in Ghana are really endless. And I want to prepare you all before you go to just start thinking about some things that may be of interest in you, if you want to even bring them back and just offer them to family and friends, because this is such a once in a lifetime type of experience. I'm going to bring panelists to come and talk to you, panelists who are from the West, right? Who are doing business in Ghana. There's a few of them who have origins in Ghana, who have returned back to Ghana to do business in Ghana. So I'm going to give you all an opportunity to ask them questions and to learn more about that space of entrepreneurship in Africa. All right. So that is the focal point. Of course, we've talked about reconnecting with nature. So now let's go on to Akwaba, which is you are welcome. So let's get to know each other. I want everyone in here to just take a moment and introduce themselves, say where you are, where you're living, and then maybe you can go ahead and answer the first question, which is, what do you know about Ghana so far? What is attracting you to be a part, to go and visit Ghana at this time in your life?
I'll go first.
All right.
Peace and greetings, everyone. I am Sacred Sister Nicole, or Sacred Sister Nikki. I currently reside on the East Coast in Connecticut. I've lived here basically all my life, except for a few years where I've lived in North Carolina and Alabama. As you can see, I'm a registered nurse. I got my scrubs on. I'm an assistant manager. I just actually got a new position, started a new position on a new unit, I should say. So things are exciting with that. I'm actually officially starting this week. So I'm new leadership on a new unit. So this year has definitely been surprising, to say the least, for myself. I'm excited to go to Ghana. I was a part of the trip to Rwanda, and I'm just ready to explore more of the motherland and just revel in that energy and just have the experience. So I'm excited. I'm ready to get back in touch with nature, because that definitely happened the last time. I'm excited about learning about the entrepreneurship, because that is something I definitely have goals in. And then I'm also excited in the nightlife to see, I don't really go out that much here anymore, but I'm excited to see what Ghana has to offer. So yes, and I look forward to meeting those who I haven't met already before. So, and I'm excited for the monthly meetings and everything that we're going to learn. So yes, I am excited, full of excitement for this year.
Give thanks and praise. Before you go back on mute, Sacred Sister Nicole, so for those of you who are watching who didn't come to the meeting, Sacred Sister Nicole came to Rwanda in the month of November. Was it November? Was it?
Yeah.
November. Okay. And it was her first time to the continent. And I would love to know what made you sign up, because she signed up for the retreat before she left Rwanda. Right. Okay. She signed up before she left. So what made you sign up for the next one? What was the highlight for you?
The highlight for me being in Rwanda was just the fact that it was definitely a life-changing experience. I chose to go to Rwanda because that's what I was ready for. I was ready for something life-changing, and that's exactly what happened. And I just want to continue that going forward. Just all the big changes that life has to throw at me. I'm just ready to take it all in. My intention that I set for that trip was to step into my power. So I'm just continuing on with that intention for the rest of my life.
All right now, Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe, and Ashe. Okay, I'm gonna mix that in. Give thanks, give thanks. Thank you so much, Sacred Sister Nicole. And so happy to have you with us.
Grand and beautiful day, all. I am Goddess Ebony. I have been I have been guided by Goddess Queen Jamila for some years now. I attended one of her first events that was happening on her birthday. I met her through a friend. Um, and I give thanks because I didn't know anything about her life. I didn't know anything about her life. And she was very inspiring when I started following her. So I attended sister circles with her. Went on my first retreat with her, which was in Georgia as well. I fell and hit my poom poom, but that's neither here nor there. Um, it's been a very beautiful journey that I continue to have as I continue to evolve into the person that I'm ever so involving into becoming when it pertains to me fulfilling the soul contract I signed when I entered this earthly plane. So I've been to her Georgia retreat, her Tanzania retreat, her Rwanda retreat, and now the Ghana retreat. I currently reside in Alabama, but I travel a lot. I love to explore and experience life in all of the ways that life come with, all of the temporary ways that life come with, because all of them are temporary, and I choose not to force my way through them and flow my way through them. So I give thanks for that. And why Ghana? I chose to go to Ghana because I did ancestry, and most of my ancestry points towards West Africa, and I've only been to East Africa, and I love East Africa, but I also love exploring. So, and it was my first time, and I give thanks that my first time in Africa had nothing to do with the military. So I served in the United States Air Force for 15 years and 1 day. Even though it was nerve-wracking trying to plan my own trip without someone else, without the military planning it for me, it has been a beautiful experience. I'm still learning not to pack so much stuff so I can have room to bring back stuff.
You did good, Goddess, last time. You did good.
So that is me, that is I, and meaning me as the earthly being and me as the God being within I and I. Later.
Give thanks. God is so happy to have you with us. And simply because you have already participated in so much of the retreats, the workshops, the conference, just the offerings, I want to ask you a different question. I guess, how do you benefit? What benefits do you see in this continuous learning process you are in and the continuous showing up? How do you see that benefiting your life?
See, I thought I had answered everything, so I wouldn't have a question, but dang, you always get me with one.
I mean, you articulate yourself so well. Look at Tahuti. Tahuti is just like, I'm here, bruh. Okay? Can we get some more?
Definitely support and community. Because being in Alabama is very rare that you meet or come into contact with people like myself. Or is very hidden within themselves that they're like me. So the benefit that I receive is the support and community when it comes to me being able to vocalize. My nephew is on the phone and express myself in the most genuine and authentic way where I can be understood versus under, inner, and I wrote something. Inner, over, and understood when I express things that are because he just said it over. I can remove myself. That's how I can control it. So
Thank you.
he so I can express myself without feeling judged.
Give thanks.
So yeah, that's what I get.
Give thanks, and that's extremely important because this is definitely a hub of unconditional love and acceptance, you know, paired with a lot of growth, with a lot of evolution, a lot of commitment and loyalty. It is it's definitely a place where we want to instill those values of community over and over and over and over again. And we want to grow our community. So I'm grateful for you, Goddess Ebony, you know, being a dedicated member and showing up the way that you have consistently over the years. So I give thanks for you and for your light and your presence. Thank you. Madasi Pa. That's my tweet, y'all. That's my tweet. All right. All right. And so last but not least, we have Miss Mary Thompson. Miss Mary Thompson over there. Can you operate your mic? Can you operate your vocals there? Let's see. Let's give her a chance. Miss Mary. Okay. If we're not able to get it together for the space of technicals, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get her on the line. All right, so we're gonna move forward because we don't want to hold up the meeting, but we'll see if we can circle back around. All right, so when it comes to Ghana, and thank you all for being patient and thank you for those beautiful introductions. I give thanks for that. Y'all so beautiful. Look, we gonna be so fine up in Ghana. Okay, all right, we need to schedule a photo shoot. That's final. All right, let's move on. So what you can expect in this trip. So again, one of the things that I really pride myself on is being able to find the most comfortable places to stay. Hold on. All right. So we were talking about the accommodations. So I actually have a picture that I want to go ahead and just jump down to. Because one of the things that I have been, I want to say a little frustrated by in the past, has been the process of finding comfort in places that are outside of the West, and maintaining that level of comfort. So what I wanted to do is just provide you all with an opportunity to see the rooms or the housing. And we'll just give it a chance to load up here. So everybody is going to be in their own personal space. We're not going to do any double occupancy. We will have a night of ceremony, and that will be an overnight situation. And with that overnight situation, we'll be outside, and we'll be, with tents and things like that. So that may be the only time that we are outside of this particular zone. But the rooms that we have for our space throughout the 10 days, they are immaculate. They are immaculate. They are air conditioned because Ghana is hot, very, very hot. Every room has its own unit. There is high powered Wi-Fi throughout. The place has a generator because we know that is one of the most common problems is power outages and things like that. So I really want to make sure that you all are completely comfortable throughout the course of the trip. And this place is one of the most beautiful places that I have been to while being on the continent. So I'm really excited about our accommodations and our host. So our host is actually on our entrepreneurship panel as well. He was educated in the UK and got his degree and accolades there, but he is Ghanaian, and he is going to be just talking to you about his experience doing Airbnb in Ghana, because his business is lodging, his business is housing. He also has a property, a sprawling, beautiful property that is overlooking the ocean, and that is 5-star. So we're going to get an opportunity to see some of his other properties. This particular property that we will be staying at, it houses a 17 apartment building, a 17 apartment unit. So we're going to get an opportunity to learn from him, just, more about doing business and commerce in Ghana, because it is different. It's very, very different from doing that in the States. Another thing that you can always expect is great meals, okay? High quality foods, okay? We're gonna be eating good. I don't know if anybody has ever eaten red or fufu or any of these West African dishes, but we are definitely going to be spicing things up in Ghana, okay? Because Ghana is like the home of shito, and shito is a very hot, peppery, it's a very hot and peppery sauce. So you all are going to get an opportunity to dive into a lot of different foods, because Ghana got the foods, Ghana got the flavors, Ghana will tantalize and waken those taste buds. So be prepared. Of course, all ground transportation within Ghana is included. We have some really expert guides and then some beautiful workshops. So I'm just going to kind of forward through this and ask Miss Mary, are you able to get on mic now? Let's see. Did you help her? Is she able to get on mic? Ask my son, who's now tech support. You told her to call? Okay. No. I see her right here, but I'm not sure if she is calling. So we'll just give her a chance. Yeah, she's here, but it doesn't show she can mic up. You can call her back if you want to, but she's still not able to speak. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so that's an overview. All right, and we've talked a little bit about this already, the nature, the nightlife, and the commerce. We talked about the comfort. So let's go into nature a little bit more. We're gonna be going to Woolly Falls. And Woolly Waterfalls is the largest waterfall in West Africa, okay? And this experience in and of itself, this Woolly Waterfall experience is absolutely positively life-changing. Absolutely positively life-changing. When I went to Woolly Falls for the first time, there was something about that experience that really opened me up and changed me and changed what I was able to fathom, to dream about, to imagine. It opened my mind, it opened my brain waves, it just opened me up. And so I am really excited to bring you all here. And I think that with the experience that we will be having, this experience is going to be guided by one of our guest moderators, and he's going to be leading a plant medicine ceremony there. And so we're really going to be taking things up 100 notches, because this is the first time on any retreat that I've ever done that I will not be leading the plant medicine ceremony. Okay. And this is the first time that a male is going to be leading any type of plant medicine ceremony on my retreat. And so it really highlights the energy of the divine masculine just coming in. You know, first with my husband and now with this retreat leader. So we're really opening ourselves up in an amazing way. Now, I wanted to ask you all about this second option. Okay, this second option is the Elmina Castle. Now, I have to ask about this because I'm still curating the itinerary, and I want to know how you feel about visiting a slave castle. We've never done any of that in the past and never even considered spending this much time outside, right? Usually with retreats, we're inside, we're journaling, we're meditating, we're doing yoga, you know, we're in our own zone. But with Ghana, I would be remiss if I did not guide you all to the things that have been pivotal and that have brought many diasporans and repats to Ghana. So I would love to hear from you about how you feel about visiting the slave castle. It's a lot of energy there. There's a lot of energy there. So I need to hear from you so I know how to move forward with this itinerary.
I feel like it's part of the history, so I'm fine with going.
I concur. I think that'll be a pivotal part of the trip to experience.
All right, give thanks. So that means that it's a go. And it's something that there are 2 different locations for the slave castles. I was not able to visit the slave castle in Ghana when I visited, but I was able to visit the slave castle in Gorée Island, Senegal, when I went prior to going to Ghana. And that was really by force because my stepfather was like, "Oh, you're going to the slave castle." And I'm like, I don't really see that. I don't watch Amistad. I don't watch Roots. Like, I'm good. You know, I'm good, bruh. I know the story. And he's like, "Yeah, no, you're going to the slave castle." And so going to Gorée was a lot for me. There was a lot of frustration that I had in going. And so we're going to talk a little bit about some things that may come up. And we're going to really refer to some passages in Mama Africa's book where she talks about going to the slave castle and talks about her experience there and what happened to her there. So we're going to go over that. And I would like to make that a required reading to read Mama Africa's book. So I'll pull that up on Google for you all so you can see that. Mama One Africa, she is a pioneer. She has been on calls with us before. And Mama One Africa moved to Ghana specifically in the 1980s. prior to the year of return, prior to Ghana caring about the African American dollar or anything like that, she packed up and left New York and moved to Ghana. So there is a wealth of wisdom and experiences that she is here to offer us. We will be linking with some of the people that she is connecting us to, as well as other repats who are deeply entrenched and connected in Ghana. So I'm very excited about that. So that is that. And let me go ahead and stop the screen share because this screen is acting like it doesn't know that it's time to move on. All right. I'm trying to scroll and you looking at me like you don't know what time it is, screen. All right. So any questions so far? No? Okay, good. Now, anything that you have learned about Ghana, because we want to go back to the other question that we had. Give me 1 second. I want to go back to the other question that we had about Ghana. What is it that you know about Ghana so far? What have you learned? What have you heard? Tell me about your direct understanding or experience, anything with Ghana.
Me, I've only heard the things that you've said about Ghana. So that's it. That's it. That's all. And
One thing I know and have come to learn is that the people of Ghana are waiting for us to return. They're wanting us to return. They're excited about us returning. So I just ready to see what that really is like, what that could really look like, returning to the motherland and being embraced by the locals.
Thanks, give thanks, give thanks. And what I would encourage you all to do is just do some digging, like go on YouTube, do some digging about places to visit in Ghana, things to see, because there's always small nuggets. Every single time we've done a retreat, I've always done a free day. There's always a free day. There's always a day to explore. There's always a day to check out, what is present, what is here. And after traveling so many thousands of miles from the States to this magical place that I have termed Wakanda, you really want to embrace and digest anything that may be specifically just for you. Just for you. And that is why I do free days, because I know that there's always things that I can present and offer, but then there's always a little bit more. There's always some custom gems, some custom jewels that have been left by you. I will say this, that I don't plan on ever taking ancestry tests, DNA, blah, 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 blah. That's not in my wheelhouse or in my forecast. Not just because I don't want to give my DNA to these people who possibly sell it off to Hong Kong, but I know, my body knows, my soul knows, my spirit knows, my DNA knows, every single part of me knows when I'm at home. I know where it's home. I know where it feels like home. I know what people feel like family. And I know that by being there, I know that by exploring there, I know by touching the land, there's something that I will say about my experience. I was shocked this past year going to Jamaica, because I was like, Jamaica, you really doing me like that? Like, I was shocked. Because I have, as a Trinidadian woman, I've been surrounded by Jamaicans my whole entire life. But baby, Jamaica was like, yeah, this is not your home. Get out of here. And I was like, what? Jamaica, it's me. Okay. But Jamaica let me know But that was the opposite for Goddess Ebony. That was the opposite. Goddess Ebony was like, oh, let me take my shoes off, honey. Okay. Well, God, you know what? Y'all got any apartments for rent? Okay, are we gonna have to send a team to come and get you? You know, it was a completely opposite experience, from the people to the food, to the nature, to the weather, to the environment, to the vibration, completely different experience. And this is me as a woman who was married to a Jamaican man. My son is half Jamaican. My best friend, my sister is Jamaican. Like I thought it was gonna be a natural fit. And it turns out it wasn't. And so that's what I'm saying. The spirit knows, the body knows, the DNA knows, the mind and the heart, every single piece, every fiber in you knows what it is that you align with, where is home, and where you feel most comfortable. So I want you to make sure that you do just a little digging and a little research on Ghana, because I don't want you to miss out on the jewels that are just for you. It's just for you. So when you have that free day, you go ahead and jump right into it. And it could be something as simple as a spiritual reading from someone that you saw who resonated with your being. And now you know, okay, well, I need to go and meet with her and go ahead and get this spiritual reading in person. So just keeping those things in mind. And that is all I have for you today.
I want to jump ahead real quick
Go
because you
ahead.
mentioned possible vaccinations.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So there are no vaccinations that I have seen that are necessary so far, that are needed so far, outside of yellow fever vaccinations. Okay. Now, with the yellow fever vaccinations, to my knowledge, you can get them from a Western medical facility, and you can also get them from a holistic facility. Okay. So I was able to get mine from a holistic facility when I left to go to Guinea. I flew to Paris and I was going to go to Guinea, and I got a holistic vaccination from a holistic center. But my spirit was like, that's not going to carry you in Guinea. That is not going to be potent enough for you in Guinea. So when I got to Paris, I got another yellow fever vaccine. And I don't know if you were on this call, Goddess Ebony, but I had a dream right before I left. And in that dream that I had, like, I think I was dying or something. And my girls, Adjua and Couture, looked at me and they were like, what's wrong? And I was like, I just came back from Guinea. And they were like, Ma, something is wrong. You need to go to the hospital. And so I felt very uncomfortable with that yellow fever vaccine that was not Western, that didn't have the potency, that was, they gave it to me orally and they signed the yellow vaccine card. So you have to make the decision for yourself, but I would say do not F around and find out. Okay. We don't want to F around and we don't want to find out, because with yellow fever vaccines, that is something that it may be undertone, and it may be something that is more common than what we are used to experiencing, but it's something to take very seriously, especially in a place like Ghana. So, yellow vaccine. Are you doing a pendulum reading?
I was.
Yeah, just sit with it and see if you want to do it from a holistic place, or if you want to go to a Western place.
We already have tickets. I mean, I was in the military 15 years, and one day I did deploy to Afghanistan and Oman, and which are close to Yemen. So, I mean, possibly I already have it. I just have to go look at my records and see.
Okay.
And it was yellow fever.
Yeah, the yellow fever, the card. So there's a little yellow card and it'll just show the signing and the date. So I'm gonna get mine here in Tanzania because if you don't get it, then they will give it to you in the airport and charge you for it. And I'm still waiting to hear about the COVID test. So when I went to Ghana, I had to pay 3 fees. I paid for a COVID test before I left. I paid for the yellow fever, 4 fees. I paid for my visa. And then I paid $100 for a COVID test in the Ghana airport. So at that time, Ghana was doing the entire most, okay? And requiring that even though you came with your COVID test that said you don't have COVID, that you still have to get one of their COVID tests in the airport. So they were doing the most during that time, and that was a lot. And Ghana was also one of the countries that decided to make the vaccine mandatory when it was trending. Ghana did it first, and then Kenya tried to follow suit. But then, in Africa, the numbers outrule everything. If you don't have if the people are saying hell no, then you don't have a choice. They will break everything because the answer is no. So that was vetoed, and now Ghana doesn't require a vaccine anymore. So, yeah, good question about vaccines, and I'll be staying kind of in tune with our instructor, who is going to be returning to Ghana very soon. He is a Kemetic yoga teacher, and he's going to be there very, very soon. He's doing a tour right now, and when he comes back, I'll ask him what was the requirement to re-enter Ghana. So I'll be paying for, we'll be covering everybody's visa. Your visa is included. So you won't have to worry about your visa. But I'm gonna see, yes, I'm gonna see. And the visa is normally like $250, I think, for 90 days. But we're gonna see if we can get those visas sent out to you in advance. So that way you are not waiting until you get there. If you have to wait until you get there, then we just gonna make it do what it do. But if we can get it in advance, then we give thanks and praise. Okay. Any other questions?
My question is, so the dates are, the first day of the retreat is 9/15.
Yes.
When do you suggest arriving?
I suggest arriving by the 15th. So if you can leave by the 13th, if it's a 2-day travel, or leave on the 14th to get there the 15th, I would suggest being there on because the 15th is the welcome dinner.
Okay.
And you need to be there this time.
Right.
So if you can get there, even in the morning is fine. It doesn't matter. Our host is very accommodating, and will allow us to, just do whatever we need to do within that time frame. Should log in?
I'm gonna try to arrive there early in the morning.
Yes, that would be perfect. And it would be perfect, especially for this host. This host, he's top notch.
What's the airport?
The airport is the Taka. Let me pull it up. Taka.
Oh, no.
It is Kotaka International Airport. Kotoka. Kotaka.
International Airport.
Yes. And Sacred Sister, did you send me a cash app?
No, as soon as we
okay.
finish. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want, like I said, somebody said something about they sent me something and they got scammed, and I was like, oh, okay, let me just keep track now and make sure that all is well, because I've never heard that before in my life. I only been living 26 years.
So it's the 15th through the 25th.
Yes, September the 15th through September the 25th. Yes. Okay. And what was I gonna say? I am looking at well, we're probably gonna get a day or so, like extra as a bonus from this particular retreat host. So you don't have to run out of there with your bags and stuff like that. You can, go at your own pace. It's a lot more flexible than our hotel stay and other places. So even when we're gone doing the campsite at Willie Falls, we'll still have the same place. You'll still be in the same room. There won't be any transition except for moving to the Willie Falls to do the overnight ceremony and then coming back. So doing 5-star, ladies, 5-star, okay? Bring your freakum dresses, all that stuff. Any other questions?
So are you saying we need to fly out the 25th or we can fly out the 26th is what you're saying?
You can actually fly out the 26th.
Okay.
Yes, so we'll all be getting a bonus day. So we have a house. We'll be in a house this time.
Okay.
And then we'll also have the overflow. So for additional people who are booking, we'll have the apartments because he has 17 private apartments. So we since you all book first, you all have the house first. So we'll fill up the house first and then move on to the apartment. So we'll have extra days in the house since we're renting it beforehand, but you all's first day will start the 15th. And then even after that, the 16th will be the final day for us to leave.
You mean 26?
The 26th.
All right, hold on.
I knew there was a 6 at the end, but I could the first number.
No worries. You already know. Make sure.
First of all, it's past my bedtime. I just want everyone to know that. Okay.
I'm water fasting today. Water and herbal fasting. So herbal tea fasting. So
how long have you been water fasting?
Today.
Okay.
When I was journaling, I was like, am I supposed to eat today? It's like, no, you not today. Not today.
Okay. So boom, there it is. We water fasting. Just like that. All right. So any other questions, ladies? So I'm thinking, All right. I'm thinking that we can maintain our monthly meeting around like pay period. So if we can do it mid-month every month, would you all prefer end of the month like this month or mid-month like April 14th? Sorry, April 17th, which is mid-month for April. Mid-month or end of month? No matter.
I think end of the month is good.
Okay, so let's do end of the month then. All right, so I will send out dates via email. Everybody's getting emails, right? Okay, so I'll send out dates. Does it look like my shadow side is coming out? I feel like my shadow is like, I'm here. Okay, calm down. So I will send out emails just to do reminders for you all. So our next date will be April the 24th. So we'll go ahead and schedule that for April 24th. I'll put it in the calendar right now. And then that will be our next call. All right. So if that is it, then I will see you all next month, but not really because the book club meeting is coming up again on April the 9th. So you are free to attend Udada Reading and Rising, where we are reading The Body Keeps Score, a book about trauma and healing and psychology. And
what chapter are we up to now?
9 and 10.
9 and 10.
We're repeating 9 and 10.
Okay.
The next meeting.
Yes. So Karibu, Akwaba, join us. All right. So with that is all I have for today. I love you all, and I'm so excited to see your faces again.
What will we be meeting on Friday? Me and you.
Us. Yes, we will be meeting on Friday morning, bright and early at, is it 4 or 5 your time?
5.
5. Okay, cool. I'll see you 5 a.m. on Friday then. All right, so peace you all.
Peace, peace.